Hey, all, we're back at you with another grouping of 3 bottles that we've never tasted before.
I'm excited.
I know.
We got a wide, we got a little smorgasbord.
There's,
yeah.
I know. We got a bourbon. We got a wheat whiskey.
Yep.
We got an American single malt.
Bet you didn't think I knew that word, did you? Smorgasbord.
That's a good one.
I think it's Swedish or something.
I don't know about that, but I'll go with it. How about that? And we're just trying to catch up. As we spoke before, we had the Bourbon Madness tournament. We got a little bit behind on some things, and these are a few I wanted to get in front of you folks. Some of you may have seen already. Some of you may never have seen at all. So, you want to start over here?
I would love. I've heard of Bernheim. I've not heard of anything about this one.
Yeah, and I haven't either. This is courtesy of our good friend Mark. He bought it in Michigan. I believe these folks are somewhere in Upper Michigan. Never heard of them. Never known anything about it. Foggy Mountain Spirits Company. This particular bottle is called Northern Exposure, just with an X, no E in front of it. Bourbon whiskey. This is cask strength. 112 proof on the back. Aged 4 years, number 4 char, 64% corn, 24% rye, 12% malted barley. Now, it's their own distillate. I will say that. The main reason that I wanted to try it here on a show and on the channel, because we get a lot of things like this.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not sure if we'd actually put this on the channel if it was $70.
Accurate.
You know, maybe not. I don't know. It might be stupendous too. I don't know. We'll find out. But Mark told me he picked it up in Michigan. He lives in Michigan, and he did us a favor like he does quite often. Thank you, Mark, for all the stuff you do for us. We appreciate you. $35. $35. $35 for a 4. I know it's 4-year cask strength though. Mash bill looks interesting.
And it's like craft.
It's their own distillate.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very curious.
And this is in, I don't know if you said this. This is in Boyne Falls.
I did not.
Michigan. I don't know where that is.
I don't either.
I know of Detroit. I know of New Buffalo, Grand Rapids, and somewhere in the UP. I know the UP is a thing. I don't think that's a city in Michigan. I think that's
we should do fishing trips way back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When I was a younger fella, we'd go to the UP, get a cabin, and fish for 3 or 4 days.
Oh,
a lot of fun.
Where did we go when I stabbed Corey in the ear with a stick? Is that Potato Creek?
I don't remember where we're at, to tell you the truth. Was it Potato? It might have been.
It might have been.
I'm trying to think about it. It's been a while ago, and it was not good.
It was a fun trip.
No, he punctured his eardrum. It was just...
I think I've told the story, but him and Kyle were like tickling my ear with those cattails things, and it was driving me nuts. So you know what I did? I took it one step further, and I was like, "Hey, you wanna mess with my ear? Bet I'm gonna jam you with a stick."
Your mom and I weren't married at the time, and she was mortified.
I do remember that. Yeah,
she was mortified. Yeah, she wasn't happy with you at all.
And it's fine. He turned out all right.
Yeah, Corey did come all right. It somehow self-healed. It was not a pretty sight though at the time.
She probably wasn't too happy with you that you lied and said that he needed surgery when he did.
Why'd you have to bring it up? I'm glad she's not down here right now.
Well, she did. She said she didn't watch all of them, so you might get
Hopefully
off scotch-free. Scot-free?
Scot-free.
You might get off scot-free with this one.
I hope so. I'd be in trouble.
Have you ever had a Scotch egg?
I've never had one.
I want one so bad.
I do too. I've never had one. Yeah, I've never had one.
But this smells really nice.
Yeah, it's slightly crafty, but the brown sugar in here is just in your face.
To me, it kind of smells like if you took the fruity aspects out of like a Conviction. Because it's got that like rich sugariness to it. And like a little bit of this like weird crafty, not weird. I mean, it's different, a different crafty note to it that I really enjoy.
Yeah, it's rich.
Yeah.
The aromas are rich, that's for sure. Strong.
Holy mo.
Well, you're adding some tobacco in there too.
Yeah, it is $35
in there. Yeah, there's some molasses.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's now I will say, as I'm speaking, not a whole lot going on into the finish, but there's a whole lot going on in the first half of that palate. Try again.
For me, a little bit of that that sugariness lingers a little bit. I wouldn't say like there's a bunch of like deep richness that's lingering towards the tail end, but I do get that sweetness. It's almost like sugar watery type of sweetness with a little bit of like a bourbon flavor. And it's fantastic.
The only bad part of this, guys, I don't know, purchasing it. They do not. I'm not the computer guy. You might want to check for yourself. I didn't see an online presence for them to purchase this online. Again, I don't know what their footprint is. I don't know what their distribution is. I know Mark bought it in Michigan, but for $35.
Can we put this in our, like, we did the video on Monday of the range. I would put that in there. That's nice. We're gonna have to duke that one.
It's pretty good.
That's nice.
Again, I will say that my only knock on it, is that there's really not much of a finish going on there. But other than that, on the palate, it's very nice. Let's move on over this one, Trent. You got the read on that one. This one here, I'm a little bit nervous about, to tell you the truth, because I'm pretty fond of the Bernheim barrel proof releases they've been putting out. They've been pretty stellar, in my humble opinion. I've loved the cherry note in them. There's just a lot that I like about it. So I'm a little bit hesitant, hoping, because I know it's a nice package. What is it, a 10-year or something?
It's a 10-year, 20th anniversary, 115 proof, small batch whiskey, limited edition. When I saw this come out, I was more concerned that the price point for like a momentous 20th anniversary 10-year age thing was just going to be stupid expensive. It was what, $80?
Yeah, it was $80, $90, I think, something like that. $80.
Not, I mean, it's kind of on par with the Star Hill Farm stuff.
Yeah, not crazy.
But I don't think this is as high of a proof as the batched ones. 115. Aren't the other ones like 120-ish, something like that?
I believe.
Or maybe it's different.
I believe so.
But I've been loving the Bernheim barrel proof stuff.
I have too.
I think in terms of the limiteds from Heaven Hill, for me now, I would have to, of the last couple releases, I'm hoping they can still kind of maintain that momentum. But it'd be like Elijah Craig barrel proof rye in first, Bernheim's in the second, and then the bourbons, unfortunately, are in third.
I can't argue that.
My anticipation for the releases. So
yeah, I can't argue that.
What did I just do? Fingers crossed? Yeah, fingers crossed. This is good.
Yeah, I hope so too. Sometimes I wonder what more aging will do to something that you really feel is fabulous as is.
Especially like wheat whiskey. I feel like wheat whiskeys are weird because they have that. Some of them have that really big wheat funk in it, and this one doesn't though. On the nose, it doesn't.
Okay, good. I haven't checked it out yet. I haven't tasted it either. Wow, there's
that cherry's in there. I think
definitely in there, but there's some dark stuff going on in here. There's some cinnamon rolling around in there too.
It almost I get like a charcoal almost, or like a
I'm trying to figure it out. I haven't yet.
Like a burnt wood type of a thing, like a nice caramelized burnt wood of some sort. Like you're sitting around a campfire. That type of a smell. It's really nice. It's more sweet though.
It's definitely layered. I will say that on the aromas.
Very.
Everything is melded well with each other.
That's a beautiful note.
Yeah, this is different. Different than what I remember.
I like it.
Viscosity is top notch.
It is.
That's the first thing I got. I went like that. This viscosity is really nice in this. I'm going to take another sip. There's a lot more. I think it is that note you're talking about on the palate too, with that charry type.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I don't know if I'm getting as much sweetness though as I got in the regular barrel proofs.
I get quite a bit of sweetness from it. Yeah, it's
maybe
like,
I'm just missing the boat.
It's like when if you took sugar and just poured it on like a bowl of chopped cherries or something like that. That's kind of what I get. But then if you took that, it's like a maceration, right? When you put sugar in a fruit and let it stew. It's like if you aged that in a charred oak barrel of some sort. It's a really interesting profile. I'm really digging it.
Yeah, there's the cherry I got at that time. I like it. I can say that. I absolutely like it. I'm not positive yet if I can say I like it more than some of the better barrel proof releases that I've had. I'm not sure if I could do that.
To me, this is more delicate. Like that mouth feels really nice. It's
good.
not as much of a high proof drinker like I think some of those are, but they also carry. It's not so much like burn proof, but it really just brings a lot more flavor with that higher proof. I think this one is like a really nice, delicate version of that. I think it's good. I would purchase one if I saw one.
I think I'm with you. Pretty good.
I think I'm with you though. I don't know that I'd prefer it to the last. What was the C?
I don't remember which.
Dude,
there was one of them that was so good. I definitely wouldn't put it above that.
It doesn't beat this.
There's a couple of them over there that were pretty darn good.
It's nice though. I'll say that much. I like it, especially for $80. That's a buy for me, in my opinion.
Hey, I think it's very good too. All right. Last but not least, we guys are getting back to an American single malt. This was sent to us by our friend Matt. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Highside Distilling, Bainbridge Island, Washington. So another northeastern American single malt distillery. He sent me a little bit of a handwritten card. I'm going to try to weed through some of this because it has some good information on it that I want you to know about. This is their flagship American single malt whiskey, double pot still from 100% Pacific Northwest malted barley. I'm trying to tell you your
what am I doing?
Ooh.
It smells good.
We use some specialty malts too in there. He's got some in there, i.e. Crystal, Munich. Let's see what else we got in here. They do a traditional beer mash at the distillery and manage all aspects of the production in-house, no sourcing. This is a 6-year product, aged in new American oak with a heavy char number 3 and char number 4. So a lot of good stuff, a lot of good information. I will say this, all the information I like. It's about $80. I do believe you can buy this online.
You can buy it online.
What I love about this is their flagship release, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I love about it, Trent, it's 100 proof.
That is nice.
That's nice. It's not a 90 proof. This is 100 proof. Their flagship. 100 proof. So let's see what we got. I'm always up to try some new American single malt, I'll tell you that.
If you guys haven't tried American single malt yet, do it. It's really good.
For the folks that are smarter than I, and help me out here, Trenton, because I believe the folks at Westward, weren't they beer mash guys too?
Yeah, they started in the beer industry. Yep.
Yep. So when he's speaking then of beer mash, this has similarities on the nose as I would find on Westward, with the apricot / or peach note.
Yeah.
Is that kind of typical with this beer mash type thing?
It seems like it. Miles explained it to me a couple years ago, and I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of forget quite a bit of the process. It's very complicated, but it does kind of rain true to more of that westwardy, apricot-y, peachy type.
I'm just drawing a parallel.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to compare. I'm just trying to draw a parallel because I know those were beer guys as well as what they're speaking of here too. But getting back to what we have in the glass here, I absolutely love the aromas coming out here. That real bright, fresh, juicy, peachy type apricot note is glorious in here.
And you get a little bit of that toasted barley. There's not as much of like a chocolatey aspect to it that I've gotten in other single malts before.
On the aromas,
but I like that. It's a little bit different. I don't know that needs to be something that is present for an American single malt to be good. That like chocolatey kind of a thing. But this is really nice on the nose.
It's very nice. It's
more
only
100 proof, right?
100 proof.
Wow.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Wow, that's good. You get a lot of that barley, that toasted barley on the finish. Yeah. It goes on up front. I was met with the arrival of those peachy apricot notes in the center. It gets more towards that light milk chocolate note. The barley notes coming in there at the end. I don't think the folks would get it unless I really did all this with it.
Oh, if you don't do the hands, if you don't do the hands, you're not.
I don't know if you'd get it if I didn't do all that. So I try to help with that.
This reminds me of something, and I don't know what, and it's a really good something. This is another delicate one. Like that proof's really nice. The viscosity's fantastic. It's like, one of these Italian.
Some American single malts that I have over there, they're great, but aggressive.
Yeah.
In flavor and profile. It meets you with immediate flavor punch, robust. Some folks may not like that.
Yeah.
Trent's 100% right. This is more delicate. I love this as a sipper.
100%.
I love it as a sipper. It's more of a nice, delicate sip. It's got some lovely notes in there. This is everything that I wish Irish whiskey would be.
Dude,
how about that?
I know.
Honestly, this is everything I wish Irish whiskey would be. But that's a whole other conversation. But I can draw some parallels to the Irish whiskey with this a little bit, just in the lighter type flavor profile, but much better.
Yeah.
Much, much better.
I love everything about this. I think it's fantastic. For a flagship, 100 proof, I think there's a ton of flavor in this thing. A 6-year, I think this is really well done.
Yeah, I love it.
I will be buying one of these.
Yeah, there's definitely that milk chocolate that comes through in the center of the palate.
That
fruity up front, the barley in the back.
Beautifully toasted.
Immaculate. Good job. Kudos. Everybody at Highside. Man, I like the label too.
It is cool.
I know they do that. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
Appreciate that. But I love it when we find new things we know nothing about and we sip on it and it's like, that's pretty good.
I'm not upset with any of the pours back here.
No, but I'm just saying these two we knew nothing about.
Yeah, this is
zero.
This is delicate. I think this is delicate. I think this is a fantastic sipper, and I love this.
Yeah.
For $35. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
that could take on any of the flagships, I think, and would probably win.
Yeah.
We might need to blind that and do a flagship blind with that. And just see where it lands, because I honestly think that mash bill is fantastic too. I like that. I like that higher rye mash bill. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Kudos to everybody up here. I mean, really, they're all fantastic products.
Great. Yeah, there's no sense in ranking these because they're all pretty darn good. Very surprised.
I mean, they're different. You got a single malt, you got an American single malt, you got a wheat whiskey, you got a bourbon.
Yeah. That's great tasting. Honestly, it was a good time. Great tasting.
This hasn't happened in a while when they're like all of them are just.
I know.
Like, we don't want to rank them because
I don't.
That good.
That's 100% right. I do not. I do not want to rank them because I like them all.
Yeah.
There you have it. All right, guys, all I got for today. Hope you enjoy it. I look forward to Friday. Trent and I will be back here blinding our top five picks for the $28 and under category.
Yeah.
Trent says 30, I say 28. But we're going to be blinding those on Friday. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. See who gets number one. All right, as always, ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time. Right? What are you doing? You orangutan or something? You got to scratch your under?
How often do you ignore an itch?
I'm trying to go to the closing, and I'm looking in this little monitor thing you have here, and all of a sudden you're like,
I got to itch my armpit.
See you later.
I got to itch my armpit, man. What do you want to do? When they itch, I itch it.
All right. Hey, guys. See you next time. Yeah, he's going to be back. See you next time right down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.